Hi, Achiever. I was here answering some online questions from followers, and I received 3 questions that I would like to share. They might be interesting for you as well, okay? One of them is this follower asked me if she could use metaphor or simile during her essay writing. She is preparing for IELTS, but this is a question that is also important for CAE, CPE as well. So it doesn't matter if you're taking the CAE, the CPE, or the IELTS. When you are writing an essay, remember that it's academic writing, and academic writing means that they want you to be clear. Clarity is most of the times more important than excessive style. Okay, so if you're going to use metaphors and similes and structures like that, make sure that you are good enough to do it without incurring in purple prose. Do you know what purple prose means? Purple prose, hi guys, I can see you there. Okay, Prof. Kalini, cool boy. I'm just Ed joined, and Ingi has also joined. Ingi has been here a few times, right, Ingi? Thank you for coming back. So, as I was saying, when you are writing an essay, you have to have in mind that it's academic writing and it needs clarity. And if you are to use metaphors and similes, which if you are to use different structures, you can, as long as you are good enough for that, okay? Do not overdo it, or it's going to be confusing. The name of this confusion when you were trying to do something beautiful is purple prose. It gets confusing. The examiner does not understand what you want to say, and then your grade goes down. Okay is asking me a question here. Teacher, when do you do an online course for CPE preparation? Soon! In the beginning of September, I am starting a new course. Thanks for asking. I am planning. I was restructuring the material. I was re-evaluating some things. And I was planning to start in the end of August now, but I'm going to start in the beginning of September. So stay tuned, because I will open a free CPE preparation week where you will have access to a week of explanations with me. And during that free preparation week, you will also be able to see how I teach and the things that I usually explain during the course. Okay, so stay tuned. I will let you know when it's going to be. It's probably going to be in the first or second week of September, and right after that, I will start a new group, a new course. So if you're interested, by all means, you're free to join. I still don't have the details, but that's what I have been planning. Okay. I like your name. Ricardo is here as well. Hi, Ricardo and Jessica. Thanks for coming. So, the second question this online follower asked me was about idioms. How safe is it to use idioms in an essay writing, taking into account that it is academic writing? Well, it is extremely safe. Not only is it safe, but completely advisable. Using idioms correctly and in context shows how natural you are with the language and shows that you are able to impose flexibility to your writing. Okay, so it's not only about having a well-elaborate, perfect grammar. It's about showing that you are, I'm a natural. I can express myself the way I please. So some idioms, some idiomatic expressions are well suited for, thanks, Ricardo. Some idiomatic expressions are very well suited for essay writing, One of them, just to give you an idea, is the hustle and bustle of city life. Do you know what that means? It means that city life is busy, stressful, and that people are usually in a hurry. Some people love the hustle and bustle of city life. Some people want to get away from it. So whenever you are talking about a busy place, you can use that idiom. It's well accepted by Cambridge as something you could use during formal academic writing. Another one I can think of. Ricardo, do you remember any? Ricardo is an English teacher. He's really good at what he does. He's here. And he's also getting ready for some extra examinations, right, Ricardo? Can you remember any? Oh, Sergio is here! Sergio Pantoja has just joined us. Guys, would you like to come in? Would you like to share this video with me, Sergio? By all means, you're welcome. He is the expert in Brazil about Cambridge exams in general. And by the way, I'm going to take a course with him next week about one of the many Cambridge exams out there. So, hi teacher, how are you doing? If you would like to join, by all means. I was telling my followers that academic writing, we were talking about writing essays, and I was telling them that academic writing has to be clear, has to be easy to understand, and it is better sometimes for them to stick to clarity and simplicity than to try to elaborate too much because they might just incur into purple prose. Ricardo has shared one with us. He said, of paramount importance. Yes, this is a chunk of language. It's not an idiom, but it's a chunk of language that you must have in mind. Something is, instead of saying, this is very important, because if we haven't been practicing, this is mostly what's going to happen, right? You don't want to say, this is very important. Very important is not going to punctuate you. It's not going to be accounted for C2 level speaking. But if you do say it's of paramount importance, as Ricardo suggested, then you will listen to the examiner in the back giving you points. You can listen, right? Points. As far as I'm concerned. Sergio saying, I'd love to, but I'll be teaching in a few minutes. Great tips, Flavia, really useful. Thank you, Sergio. Have a nice class. I'm also between classes here. I was just answering some followers in the meantime. Thanks very much. Thank you very much for joining here. I was really pleased to have you here. And just to finish what I was saying, so you do use idiomatic expressions. They will help you punctuate high. Be careful with metaphors and similes because they might, just reduce clarity. Leave them for your articles. When you're writing articles, then you are free to use whatever you want. And, oh, Lorenza, how are you? Lorenza is the owner of Cambridge Exam Center #1 in Brazil, and she has the only center in Brazil which provides students with computer-based exams for CPE, and the same version of that for IELTS, which has a different name. One is computer-based, CPE is computer-based, and IELTS, if I am not mistaken, it's computer-delivered. How do you say that, Lorenza? Please clarify. And I believe it's Lorenza here. It could as well be Aline, who works at Winner Idiomas as well. So, guys, I came here to give you a few tips, and I met so many friends and important people. I am pleased that you joined. So it was really good to have Here, Sergio Pantoja. I had Ricardo Malta here. I had Lorenza here. Oh, yes, she's saying IELTS is computer delivered. Yes, it's just a means of naming the way they deliver the exam, right? Because it's the same. If you are going to take the if you were going to take the exam on a computer, the CPE is computer-based, the IELTS is computer-delivered. Lola and Aleni are here. Say hi to them for me. I'll be there next week, and it's going to be great. Oh, Ricardo's sharing one more. He's sharing to put my foot in it. Yes, to put your foot in something means that you are doing it, and you didn't do it well, you just put your foot in it. It was not well done, right? As quiet as a mouse. He's suggesting many idioms here. Ricardo, why don't you go live and teach those idioms as well? It's quite useful. People would love to have you there. I have also Rodrigo Negrão joining now. Thank you very much. Okay, so I have already answered that essays are academic writing and they need to be clear. I have already told you that by all means do use idiomatic expressions for you to score higher. And the last thing I wanted to say is stay calm, prepare, and everything's going to be all right. Okay? None of these exams are three-headed monsters. They are all feasible. You just need to prepare and prepare well. Do not just take one sample exam and think you're ready for it. Prepare yourself. Take at least, I would say that for CPE, at least 6 months, and depending on the exam that you're going to take. And if you are extremely good and confident, then 3 months would be the least amount of time that you should separate for preparing, because they're tricky. It's not about the knowledge you have. It's not about the amount of English you possess. It's about knowing how to take those exams. Okay? So you must prepare. All right, guys. So, I got to just share one that's really interesting, and it's rather British, to take a shine to someone. When you take a shine to someone, it's because you like that person. You see the person and you almost fall in love, It's like, oh, I took a shine to him, in my case. And if you're a man, you say, I took a shine to her. So you take a shine to someone. It's another British idiom that sometimes will appear in Cambridge exams and IELTS. IELTS also belongs to Cambridge, right? Cambridge is one of the institutions preparing IELTS exams for you. And actually, Cambridge is the one preparing the exams themselves. So if you are preparing for CPE and CAE or any of those Cambridge exams, you are automatically getting ready for IELTS to an extent, because the exams are different, but the level of English you must have is the same. The style, the overall idea of the exam is the same. Okay, guys, what time is it? All right, so I really have to go. I have a lesson starting in 15 minutes. I just came here to share those questions I had received online, and I hope it was profitable to you. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something new. Okay, my name is Flavia Costa. I am your CPE teacher. I'll see you next class. Bye.